Hey everybody. Okay, so I was asked to talk about Twitter just a little bit more, and I thought, I should just make a video, and that way I can maybe share it out with everybody, so everybody can know my enthusiasm with social media. It's one of the things I was studying in college. There are actually a lot of research showing how social media helps the engagement process and learning for students. And what's best, it's scalable. You can use it on almost any device now. You can use it almost anywhere, as long as you have internet. And it's free. A lot of free resources, and as a teacher, I don't like things that are free, if you know what I mean. So, besides those reasons, there are great personal learning communities on Twitter for educators especially, where educators all across the nation, across the world, are sharing resources, ideas, research, articles on best practices with each other. And that's one of the first things I want to talk to you about today, is the hashtag system. And this is how you will go about finding these PLCs and connecting with other educators everywhere. So watch this. I'm going to explain hashtags using an old presentation I did with my good friend Chase Alexander about a year ago at the K20 Center. If you have any questions, our contact information is down below. I was sitting out with some friends, all teacher friends of course, and one of them asked me, so what is a hashtag? Can you tell me what that is? And I couldn't at the time. I really didn't know how to describe that to someone. It's just something I just automatically knew to use. So I've put it out there on one of the many Twitter PLC communities. I said, what's a quick and easy explanation for hashtags? And I asked the Education Technology PLC and the Educational Chats PLC. Immediately, some random person that just happened to be watching one of the two PLCs answered me. He says, I call them keywords or tags that all start with a £. And that is the very basics of it. Each of these keywords or tags are associated with a different online PLC. So if you find a resource or have a question or have a comment or have some type of article you want to share out that is specifically geared towards educational technology, you might share it on Twitter, but also at the end of your sentence, your statement, you would tag on this hashtag, #EdTech. That way everybody that follows the EdTech PLC can benefit from your resource, or jump out and answer your question, just as I did up here. Pretty neat, huh? There are PLC communities online for everybody. So you can see there's general education for just anything in education. If you want to just go specifically for English teachers, social studies teachers, math, science, special education, if you're a librarian, there are communities online that can give you resources that you can share your resources with. You really benefit from these great relationships online. So now you might ask, well, how do I look at all this information at once? A really fun resource is this Twitterfall. Now Twitterfall, as you can see, I started it over so you can start fresh. But Twitterfall, you can type in different searches for different PLCs. Let's do Common Core. So that's kind of a big deal right now. Now let's look at the Common Core PD and see what's being said about Common Core online right now. Click Add. There it is. And so it'll start refreshing, and down the middle, everybody that has some new information or some comment or opinion, and there are a lot of opinions out there about Common Core, is going to come down the middle. You can add more than one. You can do just the Ed Chat and see what's generally going on in education. Now I would like to start our online PLC using Twitter to connect with Oklahoma English teachers, and I proposed this hashtag, OKELA, Oklahoma English Language Arts, but I found that it's been associated with Spanish slang, Oquila, so maybe I will be switching it to ELA OK. Still has a nice ring to it, right? And I don't think it's been taken up yet, so it's a little bit unique. So anytime I find a great article or have some great information to share with you, and just can't wait for another email blast, I would put it on Twitter first. I'd probably put it on Twitter first anyway, and then I might share it in an email blast later. But if you want the most up-to-date information, if you really want to start a dialogue with me and other like-minded teachers, attach it to the ELAOK hashtag, and we can get to talking right away. So that's all good and well, but one of the last points I want to make about why any educator might benefit from a Twitter account is that it's easier than, say, maintaining a website. I know that in my district it was required for every teacher to have a web page, and there's some basic requirements on it, like your calendar, your class schedule, so at least the parents can go see it. But if you were trying to make it something functional for students, so they could go and see what's coming up, what they might have missed if they were out a day, there were very limited ways to do that, and it required a lot of work by the teacher to come and maintain this website and learn how to program HTML, and it's too much work. We don't have that kind of time when we're teaching 6 to 7 different hours a day and juggling 5 different preps, and then have bus duty, and oh yeah, by the way, you have your own family. Why go through all that pain when you can just have a Twitter account and then just send a message out to your students, require them to follow you, or I guess you can't require them to follow you, but if they follow you, then you can send them a quick message. Hey, don't forget, remind your friends, we're having a pop quiz tomorrow morning. Hey, read that assignment I gave you. Hey, don't forget your Odyssey homework. Whatever it might be. It's just a great way to connect with the students, let them know you're human, and then they could also, ask you questions just for clarification. So eliminates a lot of confusion when they get to class. Well, in theory, of course, they'll always have those excuses. The dog ate my cell phone, so I couldn't get on Twitter to turn in that homework. Whatever. Kids will be kids, but I love Twitter. If you have any questions, you have my contact information. Feel free to reach out to me.